Happy New Year, everybody! How are you all doing? Have you survived? Have you all survived Christmas and New Year's? Oh dear. And I'm sure someone will spot that I've still got 2020 on my intro video, so I will have to do that. But at the moment, I can't get to my computer to do it, so there you go. I think we've had a few in this Dwarf there, but I think there's some in front of you, Dwarf. But Happy New Year. RVZX, how you doing? 2020 pain in the arsenal. Yeah, fingers crossed, RV. Yeah, know where you are, mate. Rob Hall, hi Rob. Hi Barry, Andrew Ausfer, Nick Patronics, Harvey Vintage Audio and Reel to Reel Heaven. Derek Taffman, hi Derek. Rob Titheridge, Michael Hyde, Georgie, Rob Cross, Error 52, Gavin, Benji, Doug, Andy Beck, Bretsky. We're all in. I think I did see Chris All the Gear No Idea in there earlier, did I? I'm not sure. But yeah, thanks for all the Happy New Year wishes, everybody. It'll take me too long to go down through everybody and say Happy New Year to you all individually, but Happy New Year to you all anyway. Oh dear, it's been a bit of a rush today, to be honest. Mrs. Cruncher's got to work today, and so I've been on dog, chicken and dishes duty. Literally just finished. And my workbench is in hell of a state. Hell of a mess. Hi Chris, hi Dave Roberts. I did catch up with Chris's DAC 10 videos today. I haven't put comments on yet, Chris, but brilliant stuff, mate. Very good videos those were, Chris. Very educational. I think there was a little bit of maths I did see, which scared me a little bit, but I think I'm over that now. So yeah, I'm still here. I've sort of recovered. I've had a week off. I've literally done next to nothing for a week. I've been up here just pottering around with my Amiga, which we'll get to in a bit because it's poorly. I need help with the Amiga. So any of you Amiga experts that are in, let me know. Dog, chicken and dishes duty. It was in that order. It was, Doug. I had to walk the dogs, feed the chickens, and then get the dishes done. You've been watching that as well, Derek? Yeah, very good couple of videos, that, Chris. Very good, mate. Highly recommended. So that's Mr. Chris All the Gear No Idea. If you not subscribed, then check him out. I'm sure you all are, though. The turkey was so big. Oh dear. Yeah, I know. I can't get to my iMac to change it, Andy, because the software that I did the intros with is on the iMac, and I can't do it from the the laptop here because it's a PC based, Windows based machine. Yes. All right, get on with your chicken then, Benji. So there's a few things, a few sort of loose ends that need to be sorted from last year. I've got the beer bottles, as you can probably see here, because I've sort of got my top 10, but there's a few sort of bubbling under that could slot in here really. So this is out of the St Austell's Ales calendar, and also Simon, who won the, I think it was Simon. Apologies if it wasn't. Hi Keith. Simon that won the BFO said he probably would never use it, and would I be good enough to redraw it? So we've got coming up later Manuel's BFO as either a kit or a built one, all ready to go. So it's going to be drawn again. So I'm going to use the same video. So if you haven't already entered, you need to put the keyword Manuel's BFO in the Christmas giveaway video, and I'll see if I can find you a link in a minute. We'll go over that in a minute anyway. And what else have we got? Mrs. Cruncher has been amazing and bought me some fantastic stuff this year, so we can have a quick look at that. Taken back for a shilling. Pointed out important fact about cleaning of dial lamps in the DAC series. Yeah, I didn't know that, Doug, actually. Hey, Cody's. How you doing, Paul? Victor, how are you? It's a giveaway again, Victor. So you never know. You could be the proud owner of a BFO kit. Afternoon, Colin. How are you? What else? Yes, so Mrs. Cruncher's bought me some things. I haven't had chance to, well, no, I tell a lie. I did have a fly of the helicopter in the kitchen. I crashed into the dog's bowls. I crashed into the fridge freezer and the cooker. And had a couple bad crashes from a high height. So I had to leave it there. I need some practice with that. But I wanted to take it outside and have a go, but it's been so windy. I mean, it's just like the last couple of days, it's calmed down a bit. But we had snow yesterday. We've actually got snow here. Makes a change. Evening, Dom, how are you? Or afternoon, even. So this isn't going to be a massive long stream today. We've got Sunday for a longer stream, which I'll do. But today's just a quick get-together after Christmas and New Year, really, just to say hi, find out how everyone is. Anybody got any very nice gifts for Christmas, radio-related or other? I got loads of bits and pieces from Mrs. Cruncher. I've got to post out all the giveaways next week. Again, I say I've had a whole week off, so I haven't done anything this week. Hi, David. How are you, David Tagg? Don't eat the yellow snow. All right, Gavin, catch you later, mate. Surprised, Derek. You normally get it over there before we do. I took the dogs out today for a walk, and they love the snow. They were out in it last night, running around like lunatics on the decking out the back, falling over and slipping everywhere. They loved it. Right, okay. Let's have a look at these beer bowls. I'm sure we've got a few beer lovers in the house. So let's get onto my bench now. I've got this is my ESD mat. So it's got a connection on the back, which is I'm sort of talking to the camera and you can't see me. Let's talk to this one then. This one likes me better. Yeah, so at the back of this mat there's a connection which is connected to a ground pin over on my power supplies there to ground this out, and I've been using my wrist strap because these computer chips can be a bit finicky. Anyway, this is my beers. Now I've got to try and get these in some sort of order here, because there's some very familiar ones. There's a couple that ought to be in here really that I haven't put in, but I try to keep it to 10 really. So let me have a think here. Which one came in at number 10? Okay, we're probably sort of in that order. That one's possibly in there. Okay. So I think in at number 10, and bearing in mind I had 24 beers, you got an Echo A22. Very nice, Paul. Oh, you got an Echo 2021 calendar. Very good. Daz, how you doing, mate? So, yeah. Where was I? Beers. Let's get the important stuff done. So, number 10. I'm not really a lager drinker, but as I say, there was 24 beers in this, and I've sort of tried to pick a top 10 out because I can't remember them all, to be fair. I just remember the memorable ones. But I'm not a lager drinker, but to be fair, that was really nice. So I say there's no other lagers in here, although there was some more in the box, but that stood out. So that certainly would be my recommendation if you want to try a different lager. Really nice taste, that. As I say, I tend to drink stuff like Kronenberg or Kronenberg 1664, that sort of stuff. Stella maybe, and there's other words for Stella, but we won't say that really. So yeah, that's number 10, I think. That was possibly maybe even slightly higher up. Number 9, probably that one. Now there was a triple X tribute as well, a stronger one, but it was a bit heavier than this one. This is a nice light, easy drinking beer. That it's a sort of session beer, really, 4.2%. So it's not that strong. You know, I've not really picked out the strongest ones here, although some of the stronger ones are here. So that would be number 9, tribute, good old beer. Hi, Rich, how are you? Don't drink beer, but reckon you'd like a beer advent calendar for next year. So yeah, that's number 9. And number 8, I like my dark beers. I do like a drop of Guinness. And Dark Side from Bath Ales, they're stout. Again, not particularly strong, 4%, but very nice. Mrs. Crunch has been badgering me to get rid of these bottles. I said, no, I'm not getting rid of them yet because I want to just have a quick overview of the advent calendar. So again, that one's recommended, but mainly that's my personal taste because I do like the darker sort of stouts. Now, what else have we got here? Let's have a look. So probably next, and it's a bit of a surprise. It was the very first one I opened, this Eureka. It's from St. Austell's Brewery. I don't know if this is one that they sell because I've never seen it. I mean, it might be quite common and I just haven't bothered buying it. So that's Eureka APA, American Pale Ale, 4.9%. But I was quite surprised because I'm not a great IPA drinker. And this is APA. Not a lot of difference, I don't think. But yeah, really impressed with that. That was pretty good. So that was number 8. No. 10, 9, 8. Number 7. That's number 7. Number 6 is probably going to be this one. Now, I didn't realise that St. Austell's Ales did Abbey beers either. Now this is a triple. This is one of the strongest beers in there at 8.2%. Really liked it. Again, I like strong beers. I like the Belgian Abbey style beers, but it's something, you know, you need it in a small glass. It's not a glug-in beer at all. It's just something you sort of sit and sip at every so often. I don't think it would match much food wise if you're looking to match it with some food, but yeah, very, very nice and a bit different. Where are we? So yeah, next up is probably going to be this one, which is another St. Austell's Ales beer that I've never seen. So whether any of these are just like festive brews, I don't know. Be able to filter it. What are we on about? Someone else's beer. So yeah, Belgian Farmhouse Ale, 5.9%, and again that was very drinkable. Probably, you know, those two could have been either way, really. Next up, good old Hicks, 5%, proper Cornish beer. It's everywhere down here. There's no problem picking up Hicks. And some of the pubs in town did have it on draft. But I say did because obviously they're not open now. But yeah, it's a proper nice real ale, that. 5%. It's sort of strongish, but not too bad. So yeah, I mean those two there are in a lot of pubs around here. Hi Luigi. So yeah, those two are sort of staple around here. Obviously Cornwall's just over the border to us, so there's a lot of St. Austell's places about. So we'll go up to the top 3 now, and I think probably this one is number 3. Had this before, Bath Ales Festivity. It's their Christmas beer, winter porter. Again, it's a dark beer, which I like, and it's a porter, which is sort of a cross between a stout and a real ale, really. But yeah, I've had that before and it's always been really nice. Number 3. I'm gonna have to move all these in a minute. So number 2, another of their Abbey beers. Now this is a double. The other one, wherever it was a triple. So I think it's triple fermented or something. Or I can't remember now exactly the brewing method, but I prefer the double to the triple. So that's 7.8%. So it's still pretty strong, but I did prefer that to the taste of the triple. So there we go, number 2. Simon, yeah, I'll tell you what, mate, I felt like I drunk them all last night. Hi, Luigi. If Rob had too much, I did. So number 1, my recommendation out of the whole lot was something I'd never really had before, and that's this Menadoo Stout. Only 4.5%, but that was really smooth. It was it had more flavour than a Guinness, but with a similar sort of consistency. So yeah, I would definitely get some more of that without a doubt. So there you go, my number 1 beer from the Advent calendar. It's an Austell Brewery Menadoo Stout. Yeah, I could drink another one of those now quite easily. Well, probably shouldn't because I drank too much last night. So there you are. That's my top 10 really. And there was others. You know, there's a good few others that should have probably been in here somewhere, but I just pulled these out as being my top favourites. You felt rough as well, Simon, did you? Oh, I tell you what, I did feel a bit worse for wear this morning. Oh, the worst one has got to be that dishwater thing. God, what the hell was it called? It was foul, wasn't it? That cherry beer. Oh, I think it was Tamar something or other, wasn't it? That was horrible. Horrible stuff. Yeah, yeah, I can drink pretty quick. Yogurt. I'll go and get the worst then. I'll leave you looking at those amongst my webcam and everything else, and I'll go and get the worst one because it was. I think there had to be something wrong with it. It was that foul. I don't really like beers with any sort of fruity stuff in. Where is it? Where's the nasty thing, or did I throw it out in disgust? There it is. There it is. Here he is. The worst and definitely a non-recommended beer of the bunch was that one. That was absolutely shocking. So that was bottom of the pile. I think Simon called it bum gravy, didn't he? It certainly is. It certainly is, Dom. Is Mrs. Cruncher restuffing the box for next Christmas? Yes, she is. I think a few of you suggested that, and she quite likes the idea. What she's going to do is she's going to just buy random beers every so often and come up and put them in there without me knowing what they are. So, puffed out now, going back up and down the stairs. Yeah, so she's just going to come and just pop them in every so often without me knowing, till she's filled them all up, and then I'll be able to reopen the calendar again next year. And it gives us the whole year to save up for it, doesn't it? Which is good. Need the saving up at the moment. Oh dear. So there you are. That's the rundown of the beers, but that's by far the worst one in there. And I mean, there was, apart from this one, there wasn't really any really bad ones. There was that milkshake beer, which I thought was going to be foul, but again, that wasn't too bad. Yeah. It says Belgian style sour cherry beer. Vintage. It says vintage, but it says 2020. Well, 2020 vintage, isn't it? 5.1%, but yeah, I really don't know whether there was something wrong with that, because it was absolutely disgusting. I did manage to drink it though, which was amazing. It's in date as well, look. So yeah, it would be worth me just picking up another bottle of that at some stage and comparing it with what I drank. I'd probably go straight down the sink, I expect. Hi Phil, how are you? Yeah, I did say I'd pop in on New Year's Day and say hello, Phil. So yeah, that's what's going to happen. I think what I'll do is I'll just reinforce the back of it, because it all sort of tipped downwards, and Penguin was having a job getting them out, really. Right, so I need to get rid of these a minute. Let's get rid of my picture-in-picture. Let me just get rid of these, and then we can get on and look at some radio stuff. We can have a look at some of the couple of the bits that Mrs. Cruncher's got me. She's got me some studio lighting. Oh yes, she has got me some studio lighting. I can't carry all them at once, so I'm just going to take these downstairs. The poor old bin man's going to wonder what the hell's going on, the recycling guy. Because we missed the recycling this week. Totally forgot all about it. Lost track of what days were what. I mean, I'm sure everyone else was the same. Just didn't know what day it was. Okay. Let's get rid of some of these. Getting rid of some of these. I might have to just have a quick beer. I wasn't going to drink today, but I'm really thirsty. I'm going to have one of the Fat Tony beers. Dear. I was going to bring up something for Mrs. Cruncher, wasn't I? And what have we got then? Let's just bring a couple of things on. I'll bring it all up. Let's grab one of these lights. Whew. Right, let's just grab that beer that I brought in. Apologies for the heavy breathing, I'm just totally out of shape. Too much food and drink. Happy New Year, Peter. 13HN516. Oil for burner. Yeah, wouldn't be surprised, Paul. I've got that well out of the way. Just got those two bottles there. Let's get them out of the way. Just got to get the Amiga up. dear. Tin of Shandy. Now this is one of the beers that Tony very kindly gave me. Longhorn Unfiltered IPA from the Purity Brewing Co. So yeah, I've still got a few of Tony's beers left because I had the advent calendar. I know, it's getting dark. As I say, we did have snow yesterday, which settled, but it is all sort of melting away now. Right. Well, the first thing, and where's Simon when you need him? Mr. Spanky. She managed to get me the World Radio and TV Handbook for 2021. And apparently they were, what's the word? It was pre-orders for February, apparently. But somehow she managed to get one in time for Christmas. So I've got the latest World Radio and Television Handbook, and as usual, there's always some great stuff in here. I mean, there's some radio reviews. Even got SDRs in here now. SDR Play RSPDX, which is what I've got here. So plus all the usual timetables, radio stations, shortwave stations. For a shortwave listener, you know, that is the Bible, really. You know, you can look it up online, but you haven't always got a computer with you, have you, when you're sat in your armchair listening to a bit of shortwave? So you can usually find it in there somehow. It's quite difficult to navigate through till you've had one. Hi Stuart, how are you? Yeah, the whole Brexit thing is a pain in the backside. I had to start again. Germany is very high. They're very keen on the old Amiga computers, and there's quite a lot of sellers and stores over in Germany that sell bits and pieces for the Amiga, and some of it, you know, I actually need, and I can't find it anywhere else. Anyway, I got these things in me, what do they call it, shopping basket. Went to check out. Sorry, we don't deliver to the UK. I've had that twice now. German companies are not delivering to the UK at the moment. So what is all that about? I thought we had some sort of trade deal, but they're not delivering to the UK. I'm really not sure what that's about. Whether Peter might know. I mean, Peter's over there in Germany, but my lad lives in Germany, so I'm sure I could get it. But it's just annoying. Normally, you'd have no problem at all. You just click on it, check it out in euros, and you know it's on its way to you. So yeah, really not sure on that. Yeah, it's just worth getting as a reference, Dom. I mean, I've got last year's here. I might give that one away later in the year. You never know. So watch this space. Happy New Year to you, Paul Drake. Have Boxing Day 11. Kevin, how you doing, mate? You like the FTM? It is very handy just up there. Yeah, it's very, very useful. And the actual unit is on my desk here, just right in front of me by the laptop. It does work quite well. The only thing is the main unit gets in the way, because I've got it disconnected at the moment because I switched back over to the 857 the other day. But yeah, welcome Kevin anyway. Nice to see you, mate. How much was that book? It was a gift, Paul, but let's have a look. It's got a price on the back usually. Is it all inside? No, it hasn't got a price on this, but they're normally somewhere around about 30 quid. So around about £30 one of these. It's not cheap, but it's, as I say, it's got everything that you'd ever want in it. What? GT322Bs are up to £105 per 200. Oh. Yeah, I don't think this was due to the hi Stuart. I don't think this was due to the port closures. This is literally, I don't know whether they've stopped trade until they found out exactly what the rules are. I don't know, but I believe they're sort of somewhere around the 30-40 quid mark. That book. Whoever asked that? Paul Drake. Yeah. So well worth picking up. It's quite a lot. It's quite a thick volume. I don't know how many pages are in it. 672 pages. So it's got a lot of information in there. Next up, then. Now this, I didn't think Mrs. Cruncher would get this, but it's an OSSC, open source scan converter. So basically, it's what's the other name they call scan converter. Basically, it's an upscaler as well. It's an upscaler, basically. That's what it is. So it's a little device that you can attach lots of different computer connections to, and it lets you stick it out via HDMI. So that basically means that all my little like retro computers, I'll be able to watch on the normal LCD telly, and I'll also be able to output from here into the laptop for live streaming. So if I ever get the Amiga working, I can get the Amiga screen up on the laptop on the live stream, so you guys can see it. £28 on Amazon. Yeah, I thought it was about 30 quid, Rob. Yeah. Can I have the retro link? Retro Tink. Apparently there isn't. You know, I've looked at a lot of reviews on these. There's a lot of the YouTubers use them. I think Jan Beta uses them. Uses one of these. And I've watched a lot of reviews. There is another one which is far superior. Well, not far superior, but better than this. But it's like ridiculous money. You know, I mean, I think Mrs. Cruncher paid a lot for this because it came directly from Japan. So I've not hooked it up yet. Just a quick start guide. It's also got quite a nice remote control. There's all sorts of different settings in it. I mean, it's going to take me a while to get my head around it. It did come with a Japanese power supply, so I've had to get another power supply for it. But that arrived the other day, so I'm all ready to go with that. I just need to get me my computer sorted before I can actually plug that in and get it underway. So yeah, there you go, Mrs. Cruncher. She had a nosy on my Amazon wish list. And managed to get some ideas from that. And this was, I didn't expect to get this either. This was quite a surprise. Now, I've got a newer video light on top of my SLR camera there, which I use as a front-facing camera. But I am always struggling for light in here, and Mrs. Cruncher's very kindly got me these. Oh, there's my bottle's gone over. There's two of these, so I've got two panels. One I'll put up sort of over that way, and one I need to try and rig up over here somewhere so as it's shining down on the bench. But this should sort me right out. And again, I need to really clean this room up. I might see if I can get these up and running for Sunday. I've got tomorrow. So they're pretty well made, these. There's a lot of metal components in it. It's not all plastic. So we've got two of those. So they're quite large. They've got diffuser screens in them. So these knobs are all metal, so it's well made stuff. It's got power supply with it, although you can run them on batteries if you're using them outside or on location anywhere. 28 watts they are. So you've got your color balance there, battery and adapter power. So it's pretty much the same as what I've got there, although it's a lot bigger. So I'm going to have a hell of a lot of light in here. I'll have to wear sunglasses to live stream. Not many LEDs. I don't know how many LEDs it is. It's a hellish load of them. Oh, you imagine soldering all that lot on by hand. Let's see how many LEDs are in it. No, it doesn't say there how many LEDs, but there's a shed load of them. What are they? What model is it? NL480. 480 LEDs. They do them bigger, but Christ, that would be absolutely overkill. You can get a barn door for it as well. I don't think we've got a barn door in here, but you can get barn doors for them, but I don't think that'll be necessary. But yeah. As I say, I did need to improve the lighting in here, so she sorted me right out there. So good old Mrs. Cruncher. I don't know how I've got that out there. Quite like that. Oh well. So there you are. Some of my Christmas prezzies from Mrs. Cruncher. A shed load. Do Velleman, do a kit. They're awesome, Daz. Yeah, pretty good, isn't it? Hi, jocking off. How are you? Let's get us beer in because my throat's dry. Make light work of it. They come with stands as well, so it's not just the LED panels. There's two stands with them, so you've got proper lighting stands to go in. I'm really gonna have to have a bit of a shuffle around here to get them in, but got to use them because that's what they're for. Now, I don't like these narrow bottom glasses because they're easy to knock over. Anyway, cheers everybody. I wasn't going to have a drink today, but I am now. Andrew, how you doing, mate? Michael, how are you? Yeah, she has spoiled me again, hasn't she? Always does. So the next segment is actually Andrew, not Simon. I'm going to put that over there out the way. Manuel's BFO is back. It's back in contention. So as you know, Andrew won this in the Christmas Eve draw, but Andrew says he's not going to use it, so he'd rather go to somebody that will use it, so he wants me to redraw it. He wants me to redraw Manuel's BFO, and this Manuel has actually got a video out today using his BFO in conjunction with a band spread control that he's made, which works really well. And I think this would have worked a lot better if the band spread on my Helmsman was working. So I do RV every day, mate. You love her too, Brett, do you? Oh dear. No hangover. But yeah, I was a bit ropey this morning, I must admit. I am Northern Rambler. So what we need to do is we need to go back to the original video, I think. If anyone hasn't, I'm going to try and find it now. I've got all sorts of videos opened here. Your videos. So it's one of the videos that I did in December where it was the second of the videos where I finished building the thing. So if you've already entered, don't worry, you don't need to enter again. Your original entry will still be there. So it was this one here. It was the 22nd of December. Let's wait for the computer to catch up. Dent puller, I need one of those. So let's go to the screen capture. It's just a pain in the neck, these adverts, aren't they? Right, let's go to the screen then. So this is the video that you need to leave the comment on. Christmas Live, 22nd of December. So it was the announcement of Manuel's BFO giveaway, and the keyword that you had to put in was Manuel's BFO in the comments section of just this video, not anything else. I'll share the link now with you. As if anybody hasn't already entered it. So let me go back to that. Find my chat again. So that's the video. I've just put the link to that in the chat here. And you need to write the keyword Manuel's BFO. Now, the apostrophe won't work really, but just type that in if you would. Let me see if I can find that. I'm trying to type on the other thing here now. As I say, if you've already entered it, don't worry, your entry's still in there. Okay. So as I say, you need to go to that video. Laugh if you want it again, Andrea. If you win it twice, you've got to keep it, surely. So as I say, you've got two choices if you win it. You can either have this one, which is already built and working, and I've aligned it, sort of, or you can have just a plain circuit board with all the bits on it to build it and test it yourself, which I think most people have sort of said that's the way they want it. But there you go. So I won't draw that yet. I'll give that a little while. And we'll use our Pick a Winner app again. And I'll draw that at the end. So someone remind me that I haven't done it if I forget. Yeah, very kind of Andrew to redraw that and let everyone else have a chance to win it. So there we are. Everybody okay with that? So you need to jump in onto that link that I've posted in the chat. and put the keywords Manuel's BFO in the comments section of that video, and we'll draw that at the end of today's live stream. I am messing about with some bits for the Commodore 64 as well, and I've had these boards through from PCBWay, and I think Chris was quite keen to have a look at this as well. But I've actually got 10 of these boards, and what they are is to make a PLA chip for the Commodore 64, because one of the main failures of the Commodore 64 is the dreaded PLA chip, and they're getting very expensive if you can find them, and there's no guarantee, I don't think, that they're going to actually work. So I made a bit of a cock up when I've been ordering bits for this as well, because basically what you've got is you've got a couple ICs. Let me just get some a minute. Let's just get that off. See if I can find the ICs for this. I'm in a sea of bottles and everything now, so this room is in hell of a mess. There we are. So we've got these ICs here. Again, these are writable. That's why I've bought the I don't know where that is either. I bought the programmer, the IC programmer. I'll get it out in a minute. I'll get it out of my mouth, that is. I don't know where it is at the moment. Oh, there it is over here. So I've got this thing, which is like an EEPROM programmer, but it will do these. These are GAL, G-A-L 20 V8Bs. And they will replace the PLL in a Commodore 64. And what you need is sort of everything I've got here. That is everything that you need to make these. So you need some, I think it's 24 pin sockets. I can't remember now off the top of my head. You need some pin headers. You need the little circuit boards, which you can order off PCBWay. I didn't make these. Someone else designed these. There is a website you can go to as well. The only problem is I've got the wrong pin headers, haven't I? I've got the wrong pin headers. I've got the wrong pin headers. I just thought just any old pin header would be fine. So I've gone and got these sockets. What does the PLA do? I don't know off the top of my head, ZX. I'm not in Commodore 64. I think it's a logic array, isn't it? Something logic array. But basically, what I've gone and done is I've gone and bought square pins for a round O. Because the idea, I believe, is that goes into a socket on the board. So that we'll say that's the socket on the board. Then this board here is mounted on these headers like that, and that goes in there and makes up an adapter to plug into the board. And the GAL chips, two of them go in like that either side of the board. So there's two go in there, just like that. You basically program the logic onto these with this programmer. So it's all new to me. I can't really go into any detail on it yet, but I was hoping to actually make some of those this week, but it now appears that I've got to get some turned pin headers because the square ones won't fit in the round holes. No matter how hard I force them, they will not go in there. So that's a pain in the neck. I mean, I got the decent turn pin ones because you know, that's the ones you're supposed to use. They're the better of the two. But if I just got the normal cheapy ones with the wiper pins on them, they actually go into those. So, I just stabbed myself in the finger. So they do go into those, but they don't go into the turn pin ones. So back to the drawing board. I mean, I'll use these. They weren't expensive, these pin headers. They were about £3 odd for about 10, I think. It's just a pain. I thought I was there and I thought I'd be able to build them, but it appears not. It appears not. Gary, Happy New Year, mate. Programmable logic. Yeah, that's it. Programmable logic array. Yeah, it is a programmable. I've not done what, Brett? What have I done? Use a hammer or other instrument available. I could drill them out, couldn't I? Or I could get a file out and file them all round. Yeah, it sends off all the signals into the computer, I think. I mean, you'll have to look it up if you want a bit more info on that. But yeah, that's one of my little projects to make, and I've got enough boards to make 10 of them. I've got five Commodore 64s here, so I want to keep some and then possibly sell on the other ones once they're made and programmed to pay for it, I suppose. That's the plan. But yeah, so I need to get some different pin headers, which is a pain, or different sockets. Don't know which would be the cheaper, really, of the two. I'm going to have to get some more sockets anyway, but I've just got 2 for now to keep me going while I build it. Which brings me on to the next thing I want to talk about, and that is my poor old Commodore Amiga. Let me just get those over there out the way. Oh. Dropping everything on the floor again. The poor old Commodore Amiga. Which is here. The Commodore Amiga. What a game this has been. Logic probe even. I've even got the logic probe out for this beast. I've got a complete set of spare chips, including the custom chips for it. But it's not very well still. So if you remember, these 2 boards I had both had bad corrosion due to a leaky battery, but that is all done. That is all done, and I've buzzed it all out, and my repairs are absolutely perfect. No problem whatsoever. So it ain't that. I was quite hoping it would be that, to be honest, because that would have been an easy fix, but it's not. Cheers, Dom. Catch you soon, mate. You got one of those programs. The software's a bit awkward, or maybe that's just me. It probably is awkward, I expect, Stuart. I've never done anything like that, so it's something else I'm going to have to try and read up on and try and work out somehow. So what I'll do is I want to plug this in and turn it on and show you what it's doing, because I've got a little portable telly here lined up. Make sure that's sitting flat, otherwise it'll bend the thing. There we go. It's got to find me power lead. Plug some power into the thing. Okay, and that's all I need to just get it up and running. Let's just get rid of my picture-in-picture, and let's see if I can get you over onto the TV. Now, it's going to be difficult for you to see this picture, but you'll get the gist of it when you see it anyway. So there's my power supply sat in underneath there. Let's pop the telly on. I have got a proper Commodore monitor, but I'd like to try and refurb that if I can. So we're in TV. Okay, so that's video. So what should happen, I've got it connected to composite video on the back. As I say, you can see that funny lines. That's not actually here. It's just the camera refresh rate. Hi Dave, how are you? Yeah, Happy New Year, mate. So if I pop the power on now, we've just got a green screen. But not only have we got a green screen, we've got a bit of red thrown in for good measure. Oh dear. So what should happen is it should go through a sequence of boot up, and then it should come up with the Amiga Workbench disc with a little sort of handhold in it. I'm sure you've seen them, but those of you that are into computers, I think Brett's got a Amiga, haven't you, Brett? So there is certain chips that you need to have in order to boot the thing up. I have tried pulling chips. If anyone's got any suggestions that you want me to try now, I'll happily try them. So not sure how we can do this. I might be able to pinch this camera and look down on the board. Sort of works. We get a little bit closer. So let's cube that. We'll put the screen into picture-in-picture. So chips. Even CIA is the floppy controller, so we don't really need that one in. I have pulled that and booted it without it in. It makes no difference at all. Odd CIA we need in there. We need Gary, which is a gate array. Paula, I think, is the... I'm trying to think what Paula does now. I can't remember off the top of my head. Fat Angus is the main IC, and I think this is could possibly be the problem, because the green screen is a RAM issue, according to some very good info that I found. No, the memories aren't getting warm at all. I've sort of left them on for a fair while, Harvey. Gary and Paula. Yeah, we've got Gary, Paula, we got Denise, we got Fat Agnes. So I mean, the Commodore engineers are pretty wacky guys, aren't they? Anybody that knows the history of the Commodore Amiga and that will know it is a bit bizarre. Did they send you a Christmas card? I don't know. Gary did, yes. I got a Christmas card from Gary, but not Paula. So yeah, Gary's gate array, so that controls all the signals coming down through here. This is our system RAM down here, and no, none of them are getting hot. I mean, the issues that I found when I first turned it on is the odd CIA chip there was in backwards, and so was Fat Agnes. She was in backwards. I say she because Agnes is a woman's name, isn't it? So that was in incorrectly, and that one was in backwards. So whether that's caused any damage, I don't know. But as I said, I have got a complete set of chips for it, and I've tried all different combinations of these and still got the same issue. Now the red screen, that is supposed to be Kickstart ROM, which is this chip here. Now again, I've got another one of those, but trying it makes no difference, because the red screen apparently is just the Kickstart ROM. Green screen is something to do with the RAM or the RAM addressing, which could be any amount of this area here. So that's where I am. It's really frustrating. I've got on order a diagnostic ROM to go in place of the Kickstart ROM, and that should hopefully boot me up enough to test the memory, because the green screen indicates really that the main issue could be a memory problem. If I can get to that sort of stage, I can try piggybacking some of the other memory, because I have got another board here. I've got another board here with another set of RAM on it. Obviously, this is the one I pinched the things at, because this one is the worst of the two with the corrosion. It's quite badly corroded. It's sort of leached all the way through the ground plane on this one. So I was going to rebuild this one into the brand new board. But I mean, I've done everything. I've spent a day going through the pinouts on these, especially Gary, tracing it right the way over to the CPU into the edge connector. Everything basically goes that way to the CPU, really. Or unless it goes that way, I don't know, but everything goes down to the CPU, even the Agnes chip. So usually it goes from here through Agnes, the Kickstart, and then the CPU, and then it should be out to the video. But again, I've changed Denise. That makes no difference. We've got video. You know, the telly's detecting it. Are the supplies getting to the chips? What I've tested so far, Simon, yes. You could check the positive and minus VCC on the RAM. Okay. So I need to get the what am I trying to say here? What are you trying to say, Graham? Let me just get you up onto this a minute. This is what I've been going on. Let me just have a look, see what we've got here. Let's take out that. It should be on my desktop now. Yes, we are. Okay. So this is a great site. This is Retro Computer Verzameler.nl. So it's a Dutch site, and it goes to the power supply first. I have checked the power supply out. That's fine. So this is basically an Amiga troubleshooting page. So I've checked, so I've taken the old battery out. That's all done, and then we come down to this rather good quick check chart. So you can see originally I had a black blank screen, and that was because Fat Angus was in wrong, and so was one of the CIAs. So hopefully that hasn't damaged anything. But we've got this blank screen green now. I don't know if I can go in any. Can I zoom in a little bit? Okay. So I've got this blank screen green, which is saying that Fat Angus could be the problem. And now I think possibly that could be the problem, and I've got two dodgy ones, because both of these came from the same person. If they didn't take any sort of static precautions, they could have zapped it. You know, the fact that Fat Angus was in backwards indicates that probably they didn't know a lot about what they were doing. So could well have two damaged Fat Angus chips here, and they are not cheap to buy. There's someone haggling at the moment, wants 45 quid for one plus postage. I think it wants about 6 quid for postage. So it's 50 odd quid just for one IC. U5 Gary, it's saying it could be Gary, but I have got a known working Gary which I've put in, and that's not curing the problem. We come over here, we've got DRAMs, which is the RAM chips down the bottom. As I say, none of them are getting hot at all. I will look up the sheet in a minute and see which is the VCC on those. And the other one says the U2 socket, which is the socket that Fat Agnes is in. Now I've had that out. I've had a look. The socket looks fine. There doesn't appear to be any problems with socket on it. So really, that's saying Fat Angus, Gary, or the ROMs. And the red screen, literally the only thing on there is the Kickstart U6, the Kickstart ROM. So maybe when I get the Diagnostic ROM, that might say that's the issue. What else have we got? So if we go down a little bit further, we got some more information. Green screen. So this is U2. So this is Fat Angus. Is saying is one of the main culprits. 501 or similar RAM expansion. But I've got no RAM expansion in here. It's a bare bones machine. U5 Gary one. I'm pretty confident that Gary's okay because I did buy a known working one off of eBay. That doesn't mean to say it does work, but you know. And RAM on the motherboard, check for excessive heat. If it's too hot to touch, it's bad. Well, none of these are like that. They're all nice and cool. Yeah, there's no issues with those at all. U2 socket again. That's the Fat Agnes socket. And U7 and U8 is the odd and even CIAs, I think. I think that's right. I can't see. Yeah, U7 and U8 are the odd and even CIAs. As I say, I have got a pair from the other machine, but it's not to say that one of those isn't dodgy still. So there you are. That's where I am with it. So definitely, this does sort of lean towards memory, because I think the Fat Agnes chip handles the memory. So there you go. That's the story so far. So let me just catch up with the chat a minute. I think it is a memory. So Victor's saying try to run it with the bare minimum ICs in. Gavin's still rolling around about Gary and Paula. Spare RAM chip, piggyback it. I have got spare RAM chip. I don't know if they're any good, Brett. That's the trouble. Were those dead tracks connected to any of the chips? Yes, they were connected to Gary mainly. Gary's the one that's got hit the most. And also, I've socketed these two. So the Gary chip had corrosion on the IC socket. So I've taken the IC socket off the board, put a brand new one on. As I say, I have replaced Gary, put a new one in there to try it. This one was quite badly corroded on the board, so I've taken that off and socketed that. And this one was showing corrosion on the pins, so I've done the same with that. So both of these are socketed. This is the data path, so is obviously connected to the memory, I'm sure. As I say, you know, apologies, I'm no expert on computers. You know, this is just a hobby for me as far as computers are concerned. I had one of these when I was in my 20s, and I just fancied having one again. And I had these two sat up in the loft, and I thought, well, I've got to try and get them going if I can. And I've really enjoyed pottering around with it, to be honest. I've really enjoyed working out where it all goes and trying to learn a bit more about it. But it's an ongoing learning curve on these, I can tell you. Radio HF and short of afternoon to you, mate. Great game of Lemons. Lemons. Used to love Lemons. Does Fat Agnes bring back a lot of memories? I never delved into Fat Agnes. Jocking off. That's all I'm going to say. Hi, Andy Tobin. Happy New Year to you as well, mate. Where does the memories go, Fat Agnes? Will it boot without the FDD? Yes, it will. It'll boot to the screen, Simon. I have tried that. It makes no difference. It will still boot to the insert floppy screen without a keyboard or the floppy connected. I did read somewhere that could possibly be this oscillator, but I haven't seen that in that troubleshooting guide. So I think my main culprits was 3 really. I'm thinking probably Fat Agnes. I think it's probably had it. I mean, it's getting warm. CPU's getting warm. Workbench is pretty cold, so it could be the workbench, the kickstart ROM. Or we could have a problem with one of these RAM chips. But as I say, I've traced everything out from the damaged area. I've got jumper wires in there. I've done all sorts of work in that area. And I've put some conformal coating back over the top of it to seal it all in. You know, it looks quite a nice job there. I'm quite pleased with what I've done on that. So yeah, I mean, most of these tracks come down to this pin header here. It's only the tracks that go across through these that go down into the memory and that sort of area, I believe. But yeah, a lot of the pins from Gary connect over to Fat Agnes. It's weird, isn't it? You know, they're not getting hot. The video chip's not getting hot. None of the chips are getting hot, you know. And there was something else that suggested U37 over here could be an issue. How are we doing for time? How are we doing for time? Yeah, we're still okay. We've got 45 minutes or so yet. Scope for clocks on chips, yeah. Green could be an error in the lowest 256 bytes of chip RAM. CIA or Agnes could be a fault, according to the internet. Yeah. It could be CIA, but as I say, it can't be the even CIA, I wouldn't have thought, because it will still operate the same with the even CIA out of the board. I mean, we can do that in a minute. Let's just pop it off. Now this chip puller here I bought is really not brilliant. It's not great. Let's just see if it'll go in under, because it won't go in underneath very well. The idea is you catch hold of it, lock that in, and then you can pull it out. But it's done it fine there now. So if I take that one out altogether, because that's really the floppy drive controller. So if we go back to the screen again, let's turn it back on. So you've still got the green screen, look. And is it going to flash over to red? Yeah, there we go. So exactly the same with that out. And so I have tried all 4 chips in that one, just in case. We can try that in a minute. This is just, I mean, surely if I've got 4 of these, it can't be all 4 gone, can it? Yeah, this ain't the greatest. I think I probably would have been better off with the standard sort of chip pullers. So if we just pull that one a minute, that's the one that's was in there. Let's put this one in. I've turned it off on my here. Let's do it again. Same green screen. Flashing red. So say this is an ESD safe mat, so I shouldn't damage it. I've got all these on ESD foam, so that's 8520A. 5208. Right, let's try another one. I mean, it would be where's my other 8520A? Why have I only got 3 of those in? See what I'm doing here? Ah, 8520 3591 20PD. Three one eight oh two nine 8520A1 8520 PD. Unusual. Got a slightly different one there then. Let's try that one in. Come on, let go. Monkey. Let's put that one back on there. Yeah, this might be a slightly different version, this one. Make sure we'll get these the right way around, because one of these was reversed. Nah, exactly the same. So I don't think it's the CIA chips. I don't think it's the CIA chips. But this diagnostic ROM that I've got coming does test those, so I will be able to rule those out. So let's pop those two back in. Make sure we're still where we were. Hi, George. Hi, Amin, how are you? You didn't get a notification. Wenlock, how you doing? Yeah, Adrian Black, I've done that. I've gone through all of them with switch cleaner. Every socket had switch cleaner. Right. In fact, the only socket that hasn't had switch cleaner is Agnes. Fat Agnes hasn't had any switch cleaner. Is the CPU clock running? We can check that with the frequency counter somewhere, or the scope, but actually no, I've got frequency counter on this. Oh, hang on, I'm caught up with the Christmas tree here now. I'm fighting with Mrs. Cruncher's decorations still. Still haven't got them down yet. I think they're coming down next week. Okay, can I get that in the shot? Possibly, just about. So this will measure frequency. It's got hertz position on it. So that's frequency. So the clock is down here. Well, this is the clock. The oscillator's over there. It's 28 megs. Let's find somewhere I can hook this on a minute. If I can find my little hooky-on-y thing. Let's find somewhere I can hook the negative on. I can have a probe about then. So what have we got? This negative here, Graham. All of these are negative. What, grab on there? Yeah, okay. So I'm not sure what pin the clock goes on. The 31 hertz. There's a clock IC. Yeah, I can't remember what pins it is. Can't remember what pins. One of the pins on the CPU has got the clock on it. Voltages. I'm sure it's the end pin. So we've got 5 volts on that RAM chip. 5 volts. 5 volts. 5 volts. 5. 5. Yeah, so we've got a VCC to all the RAM chips. I need to find the service manual a minute. Oh dear. Actually, this might do it. No, that takes up a hellish lot of memory, that does. Let's have a look, see if I can find the CPU on this thing. I've got this amazing PCB Explorer program, which I think I showed you last time. So here's all the chips. If we go on to the pins, it does tell us what they all do. Signal, that's address lines, I think, isn't it? Signals. I could be here for a while. We need to find the thing for the 82. What is it? 68 MC 68000. 68000. So hopefully it'll tell us where the clock is on this. Oh my god, we've got a whole user manual on it. All we want is the pinout on it. Oh dear, here we go, signals. Scrolling down, scrolling down. My God, this is complicated as hell, isn't it? I definitely... So this just uses the basic 6800. I think as the numbers go up, so the speed of the chip goes up as well. Programmer's model. We don't want that. We just want the pin out, please. Can we just have a pin out? Can we have a pin out? Oh, God. Ba, 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 ba. No. No, we want just a data sheet on it. We don't want the whole operating instructions. We just want the data sheet. Or the pin out. That's what we want. That's the boy. Right, where's the clock? Reset clock, pin 15. So pin 15 should have a 7 megs on it. Pin 49 is VCC. Pin 14 is VCC, so it's pin 15 is a clock. So, are you sure this won't measure the clock frequency, Simon? So that's pin 15 there. Let's just power it on. Okay. So if you can save that to memory, that picture. Let's go back to the this is pin 15 as a clock on the processor. Oh, CPU clock. Let's use the scope. You won't be able to see this because I haven't got enough cameras. Actually, yes, I have. I can use the camera for the... Right, where's my scope probe gone? Was he using it just not very long ago? Let's go find my scope probe. Scope probe. Scope probe. Wherefore art thou scope probe? There, I can see it there. Okay. Let's just auto set it. Just hook a ground lead on. So someone there was saying that, I think it was Michael was saying the scope probe is not likely to be an issue. Sorry, okay, let me see if I can get you on the scope then. Still got ho ho ho! Merry Christmas in front of it. Let's do pin 15 first then. Let me just flick it off while I count along. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's pin 15. Let's power it back on again. We've definitely got something there. Yeah, so that's reading 7 megs, so we've definitely got the oscillator there. Look. Doesn't look pretty, but I don't suppose it's supposed to look pretty, isn't it? So someone said state of reset pin 18, 15, 16, 17, pin 18. Doesn't appear to be a lot on pin 18. Let's just power it off and power it back on again. I think that should go high then back to low, is that right? There's not a lot on pin 18. But we've got the clock on the processor. Catch you later, Jockonoff. So there you go. We have got a clock on it. That's all I can tell you. There's all sorts of clever jiggery pokery about finding out whether we've got address line activity, all that sort of stuff. Where's the address lines on that then? Data activity. So the address lines are all the bottom ones here. So everything up the, well, I say bottom ones, they're all, so pin 1 is there. So it's pins 29, 30, 31 and 32. There's definitely data there. 30 is data there. Got the scope set too high. Let's make sure I don't short anything out here. You've got data there by the looks of it. And there. And there. And then let's just start. That's better. So, see, that looks fine. I say it looks fine. It looks fine compared to what I've seen other people's probing these computers. We've definitely got up there, and then it goes all the way back up through this side. 1 times 10, yeah. Seems to be activity on it, doesn't it? It's not like it's totally dead. It's all doing something. Well, I see address lines. I mean, that goes right the way up to pin 46. Data is pin 64 backwards, and pins 1 to 5. 1 to 5 and 54 to 60. So 1 is data, 2, 3, 4. Oh, hang on. That is the data, isn't it? Right, so the address is the other end of the chip. They don't show the blooming thing on it, so data is at the other end. Now that's data, address lines are the other end, sorry. I'm getting myself confused here. So address lines are here. Yeah, I mean, I don't see... Oh, sounds like Mrs. Cruncher's home. Yeah. But nothing on that pin. Or do we have something there? Okay. Yeah, I don't know what I'm looking for, to be honest. I'm just probing randomly. It does certainly look like we've got data there, but any other ideas? Let me get me chat back up. Happy New Year, Bob. Not sure if low is good for reset. Go around some other pins. Just done that. Check. Yeah. Look at some address lines on the RAM chips. Data is in StatTrek. StatTrek. What are you on about, Bob? Let's find the data sheet for the RAM chips then. So these are MC. M5 1425 it's AP80, there we go. Are we going to get a sensible data sheet here now? Motorola, there we go. Data sheet. Data sheets. Okay. So this is the memory that's in it. I hate these plumbing. Okay. Small outline, dual inline. DIL, that's the one we got. So the address lines are basically pins 6 to 15 on the RAM then. Okay. Pins 6 to 15. So let me just get my chap on there. Star Trek. You wouldn't want to probe Gary. Right, 6 to 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, steady. We've got some weird thing happening there. And there. Doesn't look very good, does it? Or is it just the way my scope is set up? Nothing on that one. Six, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6, 7, 8, 9. Nothing on pin 10 of U19. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Nothing on pin 16. Let's try again on this next one then. 1, 2, 3, 5. Pin 6. Same. 7, 8, 9, 10. So nothing on pin 10 of that one either. Eleven, 12, 13, 14. Nothing on pin 16 of that one either. Ah no, pin 16 is ground. Ignore that then. And pin 10 is VCC actually. So that's our voltage on pin 10. We checked all those. Yeah, okay. So it's ignore pin 10 and we don't need to go as far as pin 16. So let's do this one as well. So there is activity there, but is that correct? I don't know, because I haven't got another working one here to compare it to. 10, so 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We have life, Jim, but not as we know it. I'm going to need to just untether my thing here. We checked the VCC on the RAM chips, George, just now. Are you being helpful, George? Or are you messing about again? Never know with you. Right, that's untangled. Right, car? Yeah. This is Cruncher's home. This is Cruncher's home. Okay, so I'm going to carry on. I think you can you see that? Have I got the scope in the top corner still? Yes, I have. What's VSS, George? VSS is ground. VSS is ground. Hi Mike, how are you? Happy New Year to you as well, mate. I've lost my pin out now, look. Apparently I've just had a notification that I'm live, look. No delay there, was there? God. Yeah, pin 20 is VSS, but according to that, VSS is ground, George. Why would I need to check the ground? Are you saying check continuity on the ground? It's the other voltage supply to the chips. According to the data sheet, it's VSS pin is ground, George. VCC, I've checked all through them so that they've all got voltage. Let me just carry on checking these a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pin 6. This is the third RAM chip. We're getting this funny sort of negative voltage spike. Should we have some positives there? Let's just go put auto set on that a minute. See if that does anything. No, it just narrows it down. Oh, that's a better view of it, really, isn't it? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Pin 14 looks a bit strange there. How does that compare to pin 14 there? Same. Okay, let's do this one. So we've got nothing really out of the way at the moment. I'm trying to remember which chip I'm on here now. I think that's the third one, wasn't it? So let's try the fourth. 2, 4, 6. I'm just going through these while I'm here. I've started, so I'll finish. They all look similar. I can't see anything that's sort of out of the ordinary between them. 6. I'll say I don't know enough about these things to know what the waveforms should look like. But looking at other people's videos, it is similar to what I'm seeing. See, that pin and that pin seem to be identical on all of the chips. 2, 4, 6. Let's try this one. I've got 2 left. 1. 1. Okay. Last one, 2, 4, 6. Well, I've got the same signals on the address lines on all 8 of those. got a repro board here to do, George, but I want to get this one working. Because no point building a repro board with duff chips, because it ain't going to work the repro board either, is it? So, yeah, there we are. And if anyone wanted to see the VSS, I think George has gone on about the VSS. It says VSS is the ground. So I've gone and checked all the address inputs. The DQ0 and DQ3 is the data input and output. And pin G is the output enable. Do I need to be looking at those? One and two. DQ0 to DQ3. Data output input, output enable, read write input, row address strobe. It's all double Dutch to me. What are we on here? What have I got in the picture? I've got something blocking up that. Let's just get rid of that's blocking the corner. So yeah, this is the RAM chips. That's the pinouts for them. All I've done at the moment is check the address inputs, and I've checked the VCC. So we've got power to all of them, slightly over 5 volts, about 5.1. We've got the address input. So they're all exactly the same throughout every chip. It doesn't mean to say that one of them's corrupt, though, I suppose. I should have advertised it a bit better, really, shouldn't I? Hi, John, how are you? It may be a wrong addressing problem. Check the logic. The logic? What's that? Logic? What am I going on about now? Dead component or dry joint. There's no dry joints on it, George. I've been over it with a fine tooth comb, mate. It's really good condition board. As I say, all the I've buzzed out nearly all of it from Gary to the CPU, and there's no issues. I've still got probably about a third left to do. It takes forever to find out where they all go. So John is saying it may be a wrong addressing problem. Check the logic and CS around U11 to U13 and U34 to U35. I think it is a dead chip, George. I think the problem probably is Fat Agnes, but I think it's Fat Agnes, to be honest, is causing this green screen. But I think probably the Kickstart ROM is also causing the red flashing. So U11 to U13. That's the data path. Because those certainly were, I mean, there's a possibility that this DM74LS244N could be a problem, because I mean I had to heat that up to get it out of the board. That could be causing a problem. So I need to find the data sheet for that then and give that a try, John. Thanks for your help there. U34 and U35. Is that the CIA chips? No. U34 and U35. Oh yeah, okay, U35 is down there, U34, yeah, that's all in the RAM line, isn't it? There's a lot of chips to look up there, John, to find out what pin does what. Theo, how you doing? Happy New Year to you as well, mate. So let's let's check this chip here that I've had out first of all. DM74. DM74. LS. 244N. I have got one of those. I want the data sheet. Where is it going to be? Is it that one? The very first one? That's a bit crunchy, isn't it? Logic low, logic high. Connection diagram, that's pretty crap. That's a pretty rubbish data sheet that. Let's see if there's another one there. Mauser. I think I've got one of these in that box. I've got a huge box to rebuild the come on, Mauser's going to be a better one, isn't it? Yeah, that's better. Let's just see if there's another basic pin out of it. No, no. Okay, so we're up here. So pin 20 is the power supply and pin 10 is the ground. So let me just check that with a multimeter a minute then. God, I'm tangled up here. Okay. Pin 10 is the ground. So where's pin 10? Let's put the power off a second. That's ground. Go to that. And the VCC is pin 20. 10, 20, okay. Yeah, so I've got my 5 volts on that. So I've got my VCC. See, I don't understand this function table here. So inputs G, A and Y. So that's our inputs there on the A's, G's and Y's. And the output, no. Why can't they just say on this diagram? We've got all this lot here. VCC. Yeah, I don't know enough about that to understand that diagram. I can see which is the ground and which is the VCC. You had a New Year goat. Pin 20 needs to be low to let the input through to output. Pin 20 needs to be low. It's high at the moment, Nick. I say it's high. I mean, I've got pin 20, pin 10 is ground, pin 20. Pin 20 is the supply voltage, though, to the chip, Nick, isn't it? Pin 19, right? Okay, sorry. Let's hook the logic probe up. It's a damn sight easier than trying to look at the scope, I suppose, but it can tell us whether it's low or high. Saying that, scope's easier for you guys to see, isn't it, really? Let's go with the scope. Let's try and untangle this. As I say, I've never ever worked on computers as far as board level repairs. I've only ever done hardware swapping and software problems. I've never done any messing about with logic and all that sort of business. Pin 19. Okay, let's go back to the webcam and stick the scope in the top corner. Yeah, you should see that. Yeah, okay. Yep, good. Right, it's pin 19 then. Put the power back on. Pin 19. So it's that one there. So okay, that's strange. When it goes to the red screen, we've got that dip there. That's when it pulses onto the red screen. That's strange, isn't it? I can't get you on that now because I could probably go across that way. I think you can see that. So you notice that when the screen goes red, it's when that dip happens. There. Strange. Let me hook the logic probe up. I've got to remember which is the 5-volt. Gives me a little bit of heat shrink. Just stick a little bit of heat shrink over it so I don't short it out. Let's just turn that power off a second. Let's just connect my logic probe up. Might be easier to see what's occurring. I am looking to fold up in a minute, people, so we'll get ready for lift off. Right. So if we probe that, pin 19, that just shows a pulse on the, if you can see the probe. So that is pulsing, but it's staying high. TTL or CMOS? Which way round? I'm in. How are you? Anu. Hi Anu, it's a Commodore Amiga computer. So I'm probing pin 18 now. And that goes low when we get the red screen. And it's not got anything on it. Bizarre. Oh, well, I mean, anybody got any ideas? Rob, it might be the graphics card. There's no graphics card on it, Rob. There's a graphics chip, which is Denise, and I've swapped that one out. It needs to be in TTL. I thought I've got it in TTL. So basically, I'm going to have to go through the whole thing, aren't I? As I say, I don't know if this this memory's working as it should be. It's pulsing. You know, all the memory's got activity on it. All of the memory has. And that's pulsing. I should have another one of these chips anyway, brand new from Mouser, because I say I have ordered pretty much a whole computer from them. So I'm going to leave that for today there. We're not really getting anywhere. Yeah, thanks for the super chat, Rob. So let me get back to some normality with the cameras here. What have we got? We've got my arm in the shot. We've got the scope. We can take the scope out now. We go back to there. Put that in there. Okay, it's everybody that wanted to enter the BFO competition done so. Hello? I'm back here now. What's going on here? Right, let's go that way. It's very interesting. It is, and I mean, it's intriguing to me as to what's up with it, and I'm determined to get to the bottom of it, Theo. It's something I've never dabbled in before, and I just really naively thought if I repair the board and put all the chips back in, it'll work. It obviously doesn't. So I don't know, God knows what's up with it. I don't know. I don't know what's up with it. There you are. So as I said, we've got Manuel's BFO to give away. So I'm going to redraw that again now. Did you watch Manuel's video today, Theo? Because he's brought a new one out with a band spread. I think it's a video today. How to enter. You need to go to, let me see if I've got it again. You need to go to this video, Wenlock. You need to go to that video, Wenlock, and you need to put in that keyword. But again, I think you're in Australia, aren't you, Wenlock? So you would need to pay the difference in postage to get it down to you, mate, if you want to enter. It did work very well. I think that's where I was lacking, Theo, in mine. Well, Anu's your cousin, I mean, is he? That's Amin Amin is translating for you, Anu. And my beer's all gone. So as I say, I'll post it out for free to anybody in the UK. Outside of the UK, you'll need to just pay the difference in postage if that's okay, if you win it. So I can give it to you as a kit, or you can have it as a ready-made one. But you will need to pop your own switch on it, because that switch is for mine. You only need an on switch, a three pole switch. It's single post, single throw, I think, isn't it, with a common in the middle. So it's on. You know what you know what I mean. I'm sure you do. So I'm going to draw that. Brew and biscuit time. Oh, Anu's English is very good. He learned you to speak better. Excellent. You're just confusing me with the typing in there. I mean, single pole, double throw. No, it's not a double throw. It's only three connections when lock. Double throw would have 6 connections, wouldn't it? I'm not sure. It's confusing. You just need a two-way switch with a common. So three terminals on it. One for common, one for on, and another one for on. Okay, let's do it. No worries, I mean. Oh, 6 connections would be double pole, double throw. So it's single pole, double throw. Okay. Let's that's your entry's just dropped in there when locked. Let me just go to my YouTube studio. I've got lots of pages open here. A lot of pages. Okay, we done that. I need my pick a winner. Pick a winner. Pick a winner. Google search. YouTube okay. Right, bear with me, people. I'm just sorting out my playlist here. So let's go to that video. December the 22nd. Let's go to comments. So let's so this is the video that you needed to leave Manuel's BFO. So there's Wenlock's entry look three minutes ago. See if we've got any held for review. Steve Hayward and Gavin Thomas. Let's just approve those. Let's go back to details. We'll grab the link. Stick it up here. Fetch it. Keyword I need to put just BFO in here because it doesn't like the apostrophe. "33 comments. There we go then. So I'm just going to leave you with that a second and skip to the loo very quickly. And then I'll draw it when I get back. Right, let's get this done. Let's get it done. Graham tinkers. Lipo upgrade. Are we ready? Are we ready? Let's get the banner off. We don't need that on there, do we? Right, here we go then. If it's Andrew again, we'll have to draw it again. It's Michael Hyde. Woohoo! There you go, Michael. You the man. Winner, winner. Turkey dinner. Evening, bits. Well done, Michael. There you go. First winner of the new year. I don't know if Michael's in with us at the moment. He was there earlier. He usually watches. Ah, there he is. Michael, he's back. He's back in the building. Oh, hello. Stream's doing some weird stuff. So you'll need to drop me an email, Michael, with your address detail. Are you in the UK, Michael? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What are you trying to do here, Graham? So, my email, Michael, graham@radiocruncher.com. You'd also need to let me know, Michael, if you want the kit to make it yourself, or whether you want this one. So you can either have this, or you get the board and the bits to make it yourself, which I think is over here. Is that the? Yeah. So that's the board, and that's the one that's already made up. But I will give you all the components apart from the little switch to make your own. So what do you fancy? Kit or ready-made? Just let me know. You don't need to say no, Michael. Drop me an email and let me have your address on the email, and let me know whether you want the kit or not. That's it for today then, people. I wasn't intended to go on quite this long. I was going to finish at 5:30 for Mrs. Cruncher to come home, but there you go. You know, these things take time. Thanks for all the help on that Amiga board. If anyone else has got any ideas on that, or anything for me to try, then please drop it in the comments if you would. As I say, I'm not experienced in computers whatsoever. You know, I can solder, I can fit chips, I can check voltages, and I got the kit to look at the signals on the chips, but I don't have the knowledge to know whether they're good or bad. So if anyone does know. So I shall be back on again Sunday. Our normal Sunday live session. I'm not sure exactly what to do yet. I've got some radios that I've still got to fix. I've got the fidelity that I need to sort out, the alignment on the FM because that's off. I've got a Hacker Hunter here that is doing some weird things that I'll need some help with. What else have I got? I've obviously got the Amiga, so if anyone wants to see the Amiga again. I don't think I'm going to be able to do a lot more to that with the knowledge I've got until I get the Diagnostic ROM chip in, and then I'll have another crack at it. So as I say, I've just popped on today really to wish you all a happy new year. And well, like everything, you always get involved, don't you? Thanks everybody. So there you are. And we did have a super chat in today from Mr. Rob Cross, I believe. Let's have a look. Let's go to the live streaming. Let's shut me up because I'm playing in the background there. And screen cap. Screen cap cube. Oh, unusual. But it's on here. So view activity, Rob Cross. And thanks for the idea. It might be on the graphics card. It's definitely a RAM issue. It's something that's addressing the RAM, I think. I don't think there's an issue with the RAM. Apparently the RAM's pretty robust on these, but as I say, there was lots of problems with that battery leakage. It could have caused anything to pack up, I suppose. So thanks very much, Rob, for the super chat. And I'll be on probably around about 1:30 on Sunday afternoon. All right, Daz, you need dinner too. No worries, mate. Cheers, everybody. Happy New Year to you as well. When is TV for radio fix? Yeah, it'd be Sunday, Anu. Cheers, John. Happy New Year to everyone. And I will sort out the date on the credits. I might doctor those as well. You never know. So apologies for it still saying 2020 when it is now 2021. But I had time to alter it, so it will all be good on Sunday, and I'll have those new lights up. So look out for being dazzled on Sunday. So bye for now, everybody. Catch you soon. Happy New Year.